Flash Game License Podcast.
Actually, this is Flash Game Distribution.
Oh, sorry, Flash Game Distribution Podcast. All right.
We haven't yet got permission from Chris and Adam to show Flash Game License games.
Well, let's look at the first game.
We're going to get it.
Which is called Chicken Rampage.
Chicken Rampage.
Chicken Rampage. And in Chicken Rampage, you are shooting a bow and arrow at chickens.
This is a sort of a tower defense game where chickens are attacking.
But it's also a skill-based game. And I want you to notice
a lot of skill.
How well done this game is. I mean, it really
really
looks good. The only problem that I found is that the control is weird. It's trying to figure out the control. But once you figure out the control, it's fine. It's just that it seems like the mouse pulls off the side of the screen.
And obviously, you're not very good at it.
You know, I suck at it. But I got him.
But
there was one.
But very well done.
Yeah, very well done. So I really liked it. However, I would say that it needs to. I don't read instructions, so that may be my problem. I think this is really well done. I think it's a nice game. I like the idea of shooting the chickens and it being sort of a tower defense thing. So
you Robin Hood shooting?
It looks like it. Anyway. I would say that you get that this would get maybe a 79.
I'm giving it an 80.
An 80. Okay, cool. All right, so that's the first one, Chicken Rampage. We started out well this week. But let's go to Heli. Heli is a classic.
Oh.
Heli is a classic. Heli is a game where you try to fly.
Flash classic.
Fly and not blow up. So I believe you press the mouse button you press up to fly and the space bar to fire. And this is an absolute Flash classic. With the added addition of shooting.
Which is cool.
The only control is that, it falls and you try to pick it up.
I'll say one thing about that classic. I'm not a big fan of that classic Flash games. Where you only need one button to press and go up and stay up. It's cool. It's probably about a 2-minute game. I mean, that's how long you want to play it.
I'm going to give it a 71.
That one?
Yeah.
With the shooting?
What do you think?
65.
65, okay.
I'm not that
so
impressed.
Together we get about a 68 on that one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is called Notepad Wars.
Notepad Wars really got me excited when I first saw it.
There's Notepad Wars. I love games with notepads.
And it's asteroids / geometry wars on a notepad, which is cool.
There's a lot going for it.
The one thing I don't like about games like this is that control where you use WASD or the arrow keys.
And it doesn't
kind of slide around.
There really aren't any physics involved in the movement here. I mean, it's really just kind of moving, or it just moves and stops. This kind of annoyed me. It almost seemed
you mean of the player?
Yeah, the player movement is a little
just okay.
Right. I get what they're getting at though. It's like, hey, I drew stuff on my notepad, and it's cool. And there's a whole genre like this.
I like that genre. I like that game, but the control and the gameplay is a little off. What would you give it, Steve?
I'm back at the 65 that we did the last one.
65 sounds
good. I like the idea more than the implementation, and I wish they had actually made it move like an asteroids game and have physics.
But I like the combo Geometry Wars control. I like using the mouse. I'd rather it was just mouse control without fire. I like that a lot better now.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't.
Well, let's look up. The next one is called, I believe this is Lady Star, Jessica Hoshi, and the Ajan Warriors.
I didn't really get what this one was all about.
I had no idea what this was until I realized
it's
a hidden object.
Or difference. It's like one of these things is not like the other.
One of these things is just not the same.
Yes, that's not saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's a game where you try to find differences. I mean, the art is splendid.
But I look at the art and I wonder if these are like comic book panels that they ripped off.
They stole. I have no idea. It could be that this is stolen. I don't know. I want to say it.
I mean, the actual interface art is good enough to when it looks like it looks like this could be real. This could
it looks like
legit.
It's a relatively good game. We're very good at it, but I bet it does more. It's just you have to like that style of gameplay, and that definitely is not for me.
No,
not at all. Art-wise and presentation-wise, as long as there's nothing stolen there, that's like an 85 presentation-wise. Gameplay-wise, like a 40.
Like a 40, yeah.
I mean, put them together, it's about a 60.
About a 60.
About a 60.
Okay, let's...
Sorry, good-looking game, though, and I bet lots of kids will play it, but just not for me.
Here's an interesting one called Revert to Growth. And this is platformer.
Reminds me a lot of an ST or Amiga game.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the graphics look like
the particle effects are awesome.
a Tanglewood or something style graphics, and
And
particles are great.
The idea here is that you like build plants, and the plants help you get by these levels. I mean, it's really interesting idea. It does kind of look like a very 16-bit here.
Yeah, very nice artistic looking game.
I really like it.
Nice gameplay.
I wouldn't say that I would play it that much myself, but I would. I mean, this is a very interesting idea.
Well done game.
Well done. I'm in the 88 range.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is. If I was doing my traditional reviews, this is like an A-, but it's like an 88. Very well done game.
Okay. The next game on our list is Fightrix. Fightrix? Do we have that right? Fightrix?
Yeah, yes, that's one of them.
Okay. This is a physics-based puzzle game, and to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised by this. I mean, I usually sort of now pass up a lot of these puzzle games because they all look the same. This one had pretty nice graphics, really nice particle effects when these things blow up. You'll see it in a set. You can move them around with you spin by pressing up, and you move them right and left by pressing right and left, and then obviously you go down by pressing down. But when they blow up, it was nice, and
it looks nice.
And
too.
To be honest, sometimes what I look for in a game is things blowing up nice. I mean, it's
blowing up sweet.
You know, it's sweet, plus
nice movement. You know, I think Richard Davies' game was a little bit like this. The one that he put on the iPhone.
Yeah, and this could be kind of a ripoff.
Not really a ripoff because the shapes are different, and but a physics-based Tetris game. I mean, that is not an untapped genre, right? There's lots of games like it. This one's well done.
I like it too. So I think that this is worth is worth a play. I mean, obviously, I would have thought that this is something that should have been sponsored, but
yeah,
what do I know?
Maybe it was.
All right.
Anyway, I would give that an 85%.
I would give it I'd give it almost an 86. So between 85 and 86.
Okay.
Now here comes for us, I believe, the game of the week. This is Dodge'em. And I got to tell you, this game was so pixorifically sweet. I couldn't even stand
the sweet as our jazz going on. Look at this. Look at that.
It is so. It's very. It reminded me of.
It's a mouse avoider / collection game. I mean, there's nothing really unique about it, but is it awesome?
I mean, and it's so.
I will play this over and over again.
It teases my 8-bit senses so much that
exactly.
I just wanted to keep playing this. I think from the 3D game from the last week, when we were traveling down
the
3D Runner, 3D Runner, and this are starting. I mean, we're starting to get these weekly classics.
Yeah, that should be getting gold medals in our arcade. We haven't put anything up for a while,
I mean,
we're gonna have to do that.
This to me is. I know it's simple, but this is a 95.
This is
a definite 95% for me.
I'm giving it a 91, but I love it.
Okay.
And nothing gets too much higher than 90 for me. So,
all right, and now the final game of the week: Urban Vintage Gal.
We have to pick one of these every week.
Okay, first of all, I couldn't figure out what to do, so by accident I pressed more games, which opened up their website.
Yeah, there's not much. This is the interface of this below.
And then when she does blink. But other than that, I mean...
And you click on some clothes in your
dresser.
dresser.
Click on some clothes in dresser.
So I think some little girls might like this. At least the clothes stick on in the right place.
Well, because you don't have to drag and drop them.
I know.
I mean, but other than that...
You can change the color of her skin, too.
Yeah, I mean...
She's Urban Vintage Gal. Don't know what any of that means. Maybe Urban's because she's standing in an alley with a bike?
Yeah, probably that. Yeah, she's urban. That's an alley.
That's why it's urban. Although it looks like France.
I bet if they put her in like a field, she would be like... farm girl, vintage gal?
Yeah, I guess so, but urban. I mean, look at the architecture in this urban environment. This is
actually, it looks like a Sherlock Holmes game that they stole that from.
I like that bridge in the background. I mean, that could be the left bank of Paris.
Okay, well, Urban Vintage Gal is what would you give Urban Vintage Gal as a game?
For that added by 2.
Yes. I think all
32 and a half.
It's at about an 11.
It's about 11?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
The little girls might like
Well,
it.
this is perfect for this week. That's enough. Let's move
We're
on to
out.
next week. We're done with the Flash game license games.
Well, actually, that's Flash game distribution.
Sorry,
And
Flash
if
game.
Chris and Adam give us the go-ahead, we're going to do Flash game license games
that
next
have not
week
been seen.
that have not been seen by people that maybe you can't see unless you have a login. And if they let us do it, then we're going to highlight ones we think that should be sponsored.
Right. Okay.